The bottom line in all of it is your own value and attitude in the framework of where you operate. So we understood that very well, and we actually felt as a board of governance and all our board members, we had to be the example. We had to be that standard to show corporate governance by our actions, by the things, policies we carve out, how we understand the Public Management Accountability Act, and how we translate that to management so that management understand what they must be governed by.
The Factories Corporation of Jamaica has completely transformed its reputation to the point that they've recently received an award for corporate governance. I'm Kalila Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Moves, JA, brought to you in partnership with EXIM Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Our guest today is Lyttleton Shirley. He's the chairman of the FCJ. Hi, Tani. Welcome to Money Moves, JA.
My good friend.
Yeah, it's been some years, but it's good to see you in person.
It's good to see you too, and congratulations. So I see you've been traveling and doing great things.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your endeavors.
You've been all over the place.
Yeah.
You're chairman of many boards.
Yes.
But we're here to talk about your role at Factories Corporation of Jamaica.
Certainly.
Tell us a bit about what FCJ actually does.
Well, we are in the business of providing space to facilitate business investment and business opportunities for a variety of stakeholders, encompass manufacturing, agriculture, agro-processing, distribution, things like that. So we provide space and lease to these individuals. And as the demand grows, we also expand. So we are actually 100% occupied now with all our space. So in this major development stage where we have 5 major projects on hand now to expand our portfolios to facilitate the demand we've been getting for space.
Where are you building or considering?
Well, you know, we have Mark Bay that has commenced and should be completed within the next 18 months. That is a new town center, urban center. You've probably been hearing about it now.
I have.
Yeah, so its construction is going on. Then we have the Nagahead Integrated Business Center, which will be one of its first to have the integration between BPO facilities, teaching institutions. We'll be having 3 universities there to facilitate higher learning and also to support artificial intelligence that the BPO are demanding now as they expand their portfolio from entry-level businesses.
So how do I get on the list to be considered for space at FCJ?
Well,
facilities?
on our website, you just communicate with us on our website. We've been a lot of information about FCJs on our website. And it's not surprising in that we got recommendation on our website as part of our corporate governance facilities.
Is it like a predetermined size of space, or you can just take how much space you need?
We actually respond to market demand. As much space as you want that we have, you can get. But we try to filter it down in different segments of square footage so that we cater to all sectors of the economy, from small business, medium-sized to large businesses.
And it comes with equipment and everything?
No, it actually comes with a shell, so the individual has the capacity to adjust it to their own needs and specifications.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Well, because of all the good work that you guys have been doing, you've won a series of awards, including one for corporate governance. Tell us about that.
Well, as you know, before I even start, I mean, we have a base that was actually entrenched in us by the great one, Greg Christie, who we were fortunate to have him on our board for a period of time. And he had head the corporate governance committee. And he actually instilled in us the values of corporate governance. And he thought that the Public Body Management Accountability Act and the Corporate Governance Framework for Public Bodies were our Bible, that we should understand it. He would never come to a meeting unless he has these two big folders underneath his arm. And he really taught us the importance of understanding corporate governance and its this regulator and all the information that is embodied in those documents that we need to be guided by. And it's all about legislations and regulations. But the bottom line in all of it is your own value and attitude in the framework of where you operate. So we understood that very well, and we actually felt as a board of governance and all our board members, we had to be the example. We had to be that standard to show corporate governance by our actions, by the things, policies we carve out, how we understand the Public Management Accountability Act, and how we translate that to management so that management understand what they must be governed by. And therefore it becomes a way of life for us.
So what are some of the specific things that you implemented or changed?
Well, we had all board members were part of various committees, which unfortunately, there was not many there before. So we have the Corporate Governance, Risk and Management Committee. We had the Legal Committee, we have Procurement Committee, we have HR Committee, and the various committees that allow the framework of governance to be guided by policies. And those committees would then work along with management and make recommendations to the board as to how to run the organizations. And we implement a lot of policies that would support the corporate governance framework to ensure that the legislations and regulations were carried through with the international best practices within the organization.
Did you have any challenges in getting there? Because I feel like sometimes you implement certain procedures and then your staff or people at agency, oh my gosh, you have to do all these extra things. It just seems like a lot.
It's always a challenge because there's a tendency for us to seek our own comfort zone. So as you create environment outside of person's comfort zone, it becomes a challenge. But I must say we were blessed to have a very dedicated staff. As a new board, we got the legacy, inheriting the legacy of a damning Auditor General report on the company. So we use that as a tool to encourage the staff that this type of conduct and this type of damning report was not our forte to go forward. And therefore, we encourage them to understand regulations, legislations, and how to operate in a framework for transparency and accountability.
So you already came in and knowing that you need to transform this agency.
Oh yes, it was a must. I mean, it was a very uncomfortable damning report, and as a board, and we were blessed to have a selection of high professionals in a variety of disciplines to be part of the board. And therefore, we understood our mandate. We understood how important it is to reverse the image that was there and create an image that we could be comfortable with, and therefore allow management to be comfortable with.
Well, going from a damning report all the way to winning an award for corporate governance is quite a transformation.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes.
So any tips that you can leave with small businesses, medium entrepreneurs in ensuring good corporate governance?
Sure, I would love to. Whatever you're getting in, make sure it's something that you are knowledgeable about, that you have a passion for, that you understand the nuances around it, that you keep commitment. If you're borrowing money from the bank, make sure you understand that you have a commitment to keep those obligations. You have obligations to your staff, make sure you meet those obligations. To your clients, meet those obligations. Go beyond your values and attitude and your duties to meet those commitments. And just instill high values and attitude in what you do. Make sure whatever you do is transparent and accountable. And encourage your staff to be as important as you are in the business so that you can grow and encourage growth and encourage talent amongst yourself. A lot of times we become so selfish in our own little domain. We don't want to share our knowledge. But 5 shining stars is much brighter than 1 shining star. So those are the things I would encourage small business to do, because small businesses are big businesses, but you have to grow to make that a reality.
Thank you so much, Tani.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much.
Here's a recap of Mr. Shirley's key points. Corporate governance is a system that guides the conduct of the people within an organization, as well as the direction of the organization itself. Factories Corporation of Jamaica implemented the following that led to their Corporate Governance Award: a Corporate Governance Risk and Management Committee, a Legal Committee, a Procurement Committee, a HR Committee. Policies that supported the corporate governance framework that ensured that its regulations and legislations were satisfactory with the best international policies. Encourage your staff to be just as important as you are in the business so that the company can grow.
That's it for this episode of Money Moves JA, brought to you in partnership with EXIM Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Visit their website at eximbankja.com and visit my website at KalilaReynolds.com for a summary of this episode. I'm Kalila Reynolds. Till next time.